What's going on? It's early. Just did my little wake and bake. Everything was flooded last night. We're having some issues here in the East Coast with rain and what was it? Hurricane Ida producing tornadoes and shit. So I like this card. This is nothing new for me sitting here early. 8 a.m., 8:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of sunny Philadelphia. There we go. Covering these fights, covering this press conference that's about to start with Mauricio Lara versus Josh Warrington 2. Katie Taylor defending her undisputed 135-pound championships against Jennifer Hahn. Benn versus Adrian Granados. Benn coming off of COVID. You got to factor that in. And you have Ebony Bridges and her army of simps. There she is right there. The top screen is the one that's live. This one right here, that's live. The one down below is the fight camp. Their build-up content. So look at Eddie. But I bet you at the weigh-in tomorrow, his eyes are going to be way to the sky. So, yeah, she's fighting some girl named Millie's Gangloff. I know I'm probably butchering her name. Ah, shit. So, yeah, we're going to be here the next hour or so chewing the fat. The press conference, going from there. Ebony Bridges has been on, basically, they've dialed her back. And now she's working her way up to a title shot. I was on a Zoom call with her a couple of days ago, and actually Big J got a chance to talk to her. We did a preview video that I'm going to be putting out after this video. And basically, she was saying that she thought this fight was going to be a title fight against who? Also, the disrespect to Katie Taylor. Like, even if you look at the thumbnail, they didn't, Matchroom didn't put Katie Taylor in the thumbnail. Like, bro. You know, like, give some respect to the champ. Like, Katie Taylor, I don't know what happened. I'm guessing COVID really affected her hard. You know, because they can't headline really shows and really put together shows to put her on them. But it's like, bro, you know, like, I don't know. I just don't think she's been getting enough coverage this week. And they're more concerned about Ebony Bridges showing her ass. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I like looking at it. Listen, she puts this shit out there for us to see. So she condones simpish behavior. There's Jennifer Hahn, by the way. She condones that behavior. So it's like this. If you want to flaunt it, I'm going to look at it. But all that shit about, like, her socks and, you know, her selling her sweaty workout stuff. Like, you motherfuckers is nasty and weird. Y'all need to grow up. And that Gareth Davies, he's a motherfucker. Comparing her to Muhammad Ali and shit. Just probably try to get some pussy. And go happen, Captain. But overall, she's done well marketing herself. But however, if she loses, though, there's the champ right there, Katie Taylor at the bottom. Oh, they're about to start. Let me go full screen. Go over here. So, but I like this card, though. I think, let me tell you something. I think Josh Warrington gonna get his shit pushed in again. I got Katie Taylor. Benn Granados is you know, that's a 50-50 fight. Because listen, Benn's coming off of COVID, bro. You see what I'm saying? Fighters, you know, and this is a quick turnaround. You dig? And Granados, well, if you don't know his history, you never know what Granados going to show up. When he wins, he loses. When he loses or wins, it's a split decision or majority decision going the other way. Let's turn it up, see what's going on here. Look at him with the... Oh, by the way, Leeds be lit too. How many people are supposed to be in attendance? 20,000 or something like that? Yeah, she got nice tits. Hey, listen, we can talk about it. See, other female fighters, I wouldn't talk like this about. But she condones this. You see what I'm saying? Also, I think I told her on the gram, it was some shit had went down with that. All right, I got to shut up. I got a crazy story to tell you. But yeah, I said you got nice tits. It was an argument between one of her fans and she jumped in it. They was trying to jump me.
Down to the press conference now and hear from all of the fighters ahead of a big night on Saturday.
We'll talk after the press conference, okay? Please
well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today in Leeds. Wow, what a turnout. God, I feel so good. I forgot what this felt like. The big stage, the media, the fans, the atmosphere, the anticipation for a massive, massive night on Saturday night in Leeds. 20,000 people at the Headingley Stadium. The Leeds Rhinos transformed for an epic night of boxing, live and exclusive on DAZN all around the world. This is one of the best cards we have ever put on. And on Saturday night, you are going to have a night and an experience you will never forget. Inside the stadium, inside the ropes, the fans in the arena will get one of the best nights of live boxing they have ever witnessed. And on screen, we will bring you the best talent lineup in boxing. This Saturday, Laura Woods leading the presentation with Tony Bellew, over to Darren Barker and Chris Lloyd. Then we mix it up with Mike Costello, the legend, and Andy Lee. What a team we have here, and what a night we have. And so many fighters to get through ahead of this card on Saturday night. We're going to start with the fighters underneath us here, and I'm going to start with a couple of local fighters that have a massive chance to sign. Mally Wright, let's start with you. I just saw you walking up on the top table. I think you thought you were going to be up here. Those days will come. Those days will come. But firstly, the pro debut, part of the Nick Manners and Warrington camp as well. Massive opportunity for you to make your pro debut on Saturday night.
Mic check, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Yeah, just looking forward to it, man. I can't believe it. Fighting in my hometown of Leeds. I went to uni in Headingley. I used to live in Headingley, literally 2 minutes walk from the stadium. And it's surreal even seeing this on here. So I can't wait. Looking forward to my fight.
You can keep that, Mally. You can take that with you.
I can take this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep this.
Good.
I'll leave it here for now, though. Yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to it. I used to live in Headingley, went to university in Headingley. I went to school with Zaid. I've known Jack most of my life. I trained with Brandon. I've known Hopi. So just looking forward to being able to showcase my skills with all these guys.
Great opportunity for you, but as well with the Leeds fighters as well. And I know big part of this man here's future. Hi, mate.
The champ,
Josh Warrington. It's a
this man?
huge fight and for Josh, and a huge night for Leeds boxing in general.
Yeah, it's a great night, and we couldn't do it without Josh. Josh is headlining the show. He's brought a lot of the fans back into boxing in Leeds. He's been part of loads of main events. I remember when he was selling out the Leeds Arena, he let me used to come backstage with him, and just the atmosphere there is crazy. I think out of all the shows that you do, the Leeds crowd are probably the best, the loudest, the greatest, and we've got one of the best boxers. And he'll showcase his skills on Saturday night and show us all what he's made of.
Well, Mally, good luck for your pro debut on Saturday. Brandon
Look over the
Stansfield.
one.
Thank you, mate. Brandon Stansfield, 1-0. Another big opportunity for you as well. Part of this huge night for Leeds boxing on Saturday. Ready to go at Headingley this weekend.
Is it working? Yeah. Yeah, this is a massive opportunity for me. Big stage now. Coming from Bradford, hotel, my last one, jumping into this one. Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for me and I cannot wait.
Bro, look at that haircut.
Obviously as well, plenty
What
of
is
support.
that?
I know you guys have shifted so many tickets yourself, all of you guys from Leeds. Going to be looking for a victory and then nip back, get changed and watch the main action as well. And of course, Josh Warrington topping the bill.
I did quite well with tickets. I did a lot really. Yeah, first one's on. Get changed and watch Warrington do his thing again.
Thanks, Brendan. Someone who's done a huge amount of tickets for this show, Jack Bateson, undefeated prospect, huge future from Leeds as well, ex-GB fighter, extremely talented. Felix Garcia, welcome. We'll have a translator up here for Felix Garcia. A big opportunity for you, Felix, and a great fighter in Jack Bateson. It's going to be a wild atmosphere on Saturday.
I gotta be honest, I don't want to hear from all these motherfuckers, man. This is one of them type press conferences where everybody get to talk.
Primeramente darle gracias a Dios por estar aquí, ¿verdad? Y sí, me siento muy contento por estar aquí y me he preparado muy bien a conciencia para estar aquí, para dar lo mejor y a ver qué se da.
So first and foremost, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I'm extremely happy to be here and I've prepared extremely hard for this night and hopefully you'll see the best of me on Saturday.
Thank you, Felix. Jack, as I said, huge following watching you on Saturday night at Headingley, and a really good fight for you as well. Important moment for you.
Man, we're going to be here all night.
I mean, I'm buzzing to be back here in Leeds.
Who is this?
Now COVID's on its way out. Thank you, of course, for the opportunity, Eddie. And yeah, I'm looking to shine, and it won't be the last time that I'll be on one of these big cards. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I read an interview with you about the path that Josh Warrington has built for fighters like you coming from Leeds. Obviously, looking at Josh's success and a lot of respect for him about what he's paved, the way he's paved the way for young fighters in Leeds to go and follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've known Josh since we were young kids, growing up, and I wanna be where he is now. And you know, he's set the way for us. He's paved the path, and I'm sure that one day, if I keep working hard, I can be where he is and doing it for the city.
I look forward to your fight with Felix Garcia on Saturday. Another tremendous fight, all Leeds action. Zahid Hussein against Hopi Price. Zahid, we'll start with you. This fight originally scheduled, I think, last year at Fight Camp, or certainly in a show behind closed doors. I'm so happy we waited. You get to do it in front of 19,000 people on Saturday night.
Damn, they cut my man Mike.
Just swap your mic, Zahid, if sound guys are listening.
Maybe that's a sign. See, that's a sign.
We'll come back to you. Hopi,
It ain't
is
meant to be,
your
bro.
one going? Sound.
None of them's working. Oh, it's working.
There we
now.
go.
This one working now.
Hello.
This is all very confusing. Okay. Hopi, you crack on. Zahid, we're coming to you shortly once the sound guys pull their fingers out. Right. Hopi, big opportunity for you on Saturday night. It's only a couple of weeks ago at Fight Camp. Great fight for you. Probably if it was over 8 rounds, as we thought it might be originally, you would have got the stoppage. But this is a massive step up for you. Big opportunity in front of a huge crowd and a real good, solid test against Zahid Hussein.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's good to keep busy. So I'm glad I got out 2 weeks ago, and now, yeah, it's good to be back home, back in front of my hometown and my home fans. And like you say, it's another step up, another step forward in my career. But there's a lot of good fighters on this show, and a lot of fighters from Leeds. But I'm coming to steal the show Saturday night.
Obviously moving a lot quicker than anticipated because of COVID and the lack of opportunities, but now on a great run. This will be your second fight in, 3 weeks or so? And after this, really, you're looking towards sort of domestic titles as well?
Yes, definitely. Another good performance this weekend, and then looking to step up again, and it won't be long before the domestic titles are coming my way.
Zahid, we'll give it another go. Whoa, they've gone for it this time. Zahid, as I said, this fight was originally scheduled before. Thank God we're doing it on Saturday at Headingley. Big fight for you. Huge gap in experience in the professional game, but it's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it in front of 20,000 people. And also, I'd just like to thank Matchroom, my manager Steve Wood, and my coach for spending time and training me.
Big opportunity for you. We know Hopi was a tremendous amateur, very inexperienced still as a pro. Is it about using your experience on Saturday night? It's must win for both of you guys, really.
Yeah, I'm just going to do what I do best. Yeah, experience is going to play a major part on Saturday night.
Well, good luck to that in the Leeds derby. Hopi Price against Zahid Hussein. We go to our first female fight on the card, Ebony Bridges against Miley's Gangloff. Miley's, we'll start with you via our translator over there. Last time we tried to do it in English, it didn't really work very well for me. So, Miley's, welcome back. We saw you take a fight with Ellie Scotney at short notice. This is another great fight for you.
But it's okay, I understand. Yeah, it's a good fight because it will be in my perfect weight category, so I think I can bring something that I can't bring the last time I was here, so I'm very exciting. I hope that it will be a very good show.
Oh, very, very good English, Marlies. Well done, well done. Just make a note to get a refund for the French translator as well, please. Marlies, thank you very much. Ebony, again, as I said to Hopi, fight camp for you, back in action again. Shout out to Enzo Macronelli and the team you've been training there down with in Wales. We expect a great fight with Gangloff. She's all action. We saw that at late notice against Ellie Scottney and looking to build off a great stoppage win against Beck Connolly.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually really excited about this fight. Watching her fight with Ellie, I think she has a great style, and I think our styles are going to gel really well together. So I think with that, I think it's going to make it a very exciting fight. She's tough as, and you know, I love tough opponents and opponents that like to have a dig and like to fight. So I'm looking forward to, you know, something really exciting there, and yeah, another good performance by myself. I'm only getting better. I'm feeling stronger than ever. So yeah, looking forward to showing you all more of what I've got come Saturday night.
Yeah, I saw some of your action from the workout last night. It looked like you're punching very, very hard. Beck Connolly we know is super durable. She had, 6-7 weeks for that fight. Yeah. She was fighting at her perfect weight. That was a big statement to stop her and get her out of there. But you really feel like your power is coming through now in the division.
Oh, definitely. You know, obviously training with Brian Cohen and Kaylee Rees in America and having that like 8 weeks in Philadelphia. I'm really focusing on, you know, footwork and balance and planning my feet. You know, that's, you know, everyone, like, I mean, we all know, well, I know, you know, people know that I'm strong, but if you can't get in position, you don't have the feet for it. It's not really effective. But now I just feel like I'm really nailing that. And we've seen that with Beck, about the positioning, about the setups, and about planting the feet to throw those shots, to get my full power into it. And yeah, definitely feeling strong as, my cut for this fight was easy. You know, it was, like I said, I just fought 4 weeks ago, and I'm hungry as ever. You know, I love to fight. There's only 2.5 rounds last time, so I'm hungry to punch on.
Good stuff. Thank you, Ebony, and good luck, Miley's, as well. We go to our main championship card now. This fight is, you know, a headline fight on any card, but here the fans are going to get to see this one earlier in the night, still, of course, on the live broadcast as well. The IBO World Lightweight title between Giovanni Straffon and Maxi Hughes. This fight is a tremendous fight for so many different reasons. Storylines and narratives always make great fights, and here's one with Giovanni Straffon, who came over last time into the bubble and completely iced James Tennyson in one round in brutal fashion to win that IBO World title. Straight away, him and his team accepted the challenge of Maxi Hughes. And when you look at Maxi Hughes' story, we called him the Cinderella man now, a guy who, quite frankly, looked like his career was pretty much over. Takes a fight with John O'Carroll at a couple of weeks' notice, probably less, beats John O'Carroll, goes over to Kazakhstan, beats another great fighter there to win the international title, then goes and wins the British lightweight title, and now fights for the IBO World title this weekend. It's a tremendous story. Maxi, you deserve a lot of credit. I know your confidence is sky high. This is a fight to get really excited about.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I've worked hard, been in the pro game 11 years, but I believe I am only just getting started. Whoever's oldest world champion, I'm going to try and break that record. And a lot of people referring to me now as a Cinderella man, and that couldn't be more true. It were only this morning my missus said to me, you know, before you go out this house needs cleaning. So literally, Cinderella man, I've been cleaning the house. But when I go to ball on Saturday night, Headingley, I'll be coming home with 2 glass slippers on.
Maxi, the way that your career is transformed. I remember the early days, your fights with Cardle and your fights with Martin Ward. Is it been just perseverance and experience and understanding the sport? How has this transformation taken place? I mean, you sit now, you know, with a chance to really take a piece of that lightweight division, which is red hot. And, you know, we know that this is a big night for you on Saturday, but really one victory away from just being involved in some crazy fights in the division.
Yeah, I think that's right. Just experience, older-wise, you know, you can't buy, beg, borrow or steal experience. You have to go out and earn it, and doing it as long as I have and being around some top domestic opposition, it's all led me to where I am. And, you know, it's like everything leads to where it is. You know, them old cliche sayings, everything happens for a reason. So maybe every fight I've took and not got the decision, it's all led me to this, and now's the time to capitalise on it, and now's the time to reap the rewards of the resilience, the hard work, the dedication, and put my name up there in top 10 across the world, across hopefully all the sanctioning bodies. While I'm in this red hot form, get the win on Saturday, you better put me in with Canelo while I'm on this form before it runs out.
We're in perfect symmetry here between obviously yourself and your training partner Josh Warrington as well, and Giovanni Straffon and Mauricio Lara, two guys that came over from Mexico and just completely tore up the script. It's a big night for both of you, and I know you've shared some hard training sessions with Josh Warrington and egging him on to do the job on Saturday night as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been, Josh has been a great world champion. Not only did he win the world title, he defended it successfully in great fashion. So, he only needs to look at what he's doing in gym and just copy what Josh does, because he's laid out how you become a world champion, stay world champion. So we get on well as well aside from boxing. So it's been brilliant to be bouncing off each other in gym, and we usually sit like two old tarts in gym after gym for an hour just chatting, and and it helps. It's we talk about all sorts, but obviously they're mainly the boxing, so we're bouncing ideas off game plans, things that we could work on, and try them out, and we help each other out that way. So it's been brilliant to share training camp with him.
And finally, we saw it was an electric one round of Giovanni Straffon. James Tennyson probably did all the things that you're going to try not to do, and which is stand in front of him and just trade up early doors. Is that something that you've got to mix up on Saturday night? Still a little bit of an unknown quantity, Straffon, but one thing we know, he's got plenty of heart, he's extremely exciting, he can really punch.
Yeah, it's clear to see that. Even if we didn't see the Tennyson fight, if that fight never happened and we got to fight Giovanni, we just look at his record and see that he's obviously heavy-handed. So we would go in that approach of, let's not test how hard he can it by standing and trading with him. So I bought myself some nice new ASIC running trainers, so do a good couple of laps on Saturday night. Stay out of the way.
Cheers, Maxi. Good luck. Giovanni, welcome back. Last time out, you broke many hearts when you knocked out James Tennyson, but it was also amazing to see your happiness, and now you've got to take care of business again on Saturday.
Giovanni, bienvenido en primer lugar. La última vez me rompiste muchos corazones británicos aquí, pero fue tremendo también verte lograr lo que lograste, a ver la felicidad en la cara también. Obviamente te enfrentas a otra pelea el de sábado.
Sí, claro. Buenas tardes a todos. Claro que es otra pelea. De antemano, yo como lo he dicho, esto no es México versus Inglaterra, esto es Giovanni versus Maxi Hughes, y realmente es otra pelea. Yo vengo por el cinturón, para mí el título está vacante. Yo vengo con la misma intención de anteriormente, con esa hambre, con esas ganas de llevarme el cinturón. Él para mí es una piedra en el camino que me hace estorbo para lo que quiero, es un ladrón al cual no voy a dejar que se robe ese plato de comida para mi familia, y pues espero que venga a pelear, porque yo vengo a pelear. Yo realmente vengo a reiterar por qué estoy aquí, y pues yo no vengo a un maratón. Yo creo que la pista de correr está en otro lado. Yo vengo a pelear y este es un ring.
So
what is he
first and
doing?
foremost,
I don't want to hear from these people.
For, the welcome. It's great to be back here in England. And what I would say about the fight is that it's not a fight between Mexico and the UK. It's me and my opponent in the ring. And what I will say is that, I have the hunger when I go into these fights. And I look at this as if this belt was vacant, and I have to go in and win it. And I have to show that hunger to do that. Any fighter that's in front of me is a block in the road for me, and I have to take them away. And they're also a thief because they will be taking money from my family. So I come to fight, so I really hope that he also is going to come to fight.
Okay,
Finally,
I'm down.
Maxi Hughes talks about what could come after this as well. We know the Tennyson fight was a big win, but if he wins on Saturday, there's some just huge opportunities in the division.
Obviamente, seguramente no quieres pensar más allá de la pelea del sábado, pero en esa división habrá muchas grandes oportunidades si llegaras a ganar esta pelea.
He called that hoe a thief.
Claro, pero ahorita el enfoque está en Max. Yo no me adelanto, a mí no me gusta adelantarme como lo ha hecho él. Él anda pensando en David Haney. También Tennyson estaba pensando en Jesse Bonta, y no se acordaban que tienen a una persona que tiene mucha hambre, que tiene mucho deseo de salir adelante, y pues primero tienen que pasarme a mí y para pasarme a mí tienen que matarme y yo creo que no están dispuestos para eso y pues.
Okay, this guy is dangerous.
Van realmente a un suicidio conmigo y pues.
He's got a fitted cap with no logo. He's dangerous.
Vamos a gritar viva México.
So
I'm riding with him.
Foremost, I'm definitely not overlooking Max in this instance, and he shouldn't either. It's dangerous when fighters do that. I want to show that I have the hunger. You know, if he wants to win this fight, he'll have to kill me, and that's what's going to happen. And on the 4th of September, you can be assured that we'll be shouting "Viva Mexico."
Bro.
Thank you, Giovanni. Thank you, Maxi. Tremendous fight. And we go to another tremendous fight. I think it was about 5 or 6 weeks ago, we were absolutely devastated to find out that Conor Benn had failed a COVID test and he was out of the fight camp headline on week 1, just a few days before the fight. It was a crushing blow because Conor Benn had trained so hard, he was in tremendous shape, and it was even more crushing because I had to go and tell Adrian Granados the bad news just a couple of days before the fight after he'd flown over. Conor Benn against Adrian Granados is a tremendous fight. Conor Benn, for me, is one of the most exciting young talents in world boxing right now. He has the absolute world at his feet, but he also has a very, very tough fight on Saturday night against a guy that has mixed at tremendous levels. Adrian, welcome back. Good to see you again. This fight seems to have got bigger and bigger over the last couple of weeks, and everyone really excited about this one.
Yeah, most definitely. First and foremost, just want to give thanks to God, and want to give thanks to Eddie Hearn reaching out for me, giving me this opportunity. Everybody at Matchroom and DAZN. It just, it was unfortunate. We were, like I said, both of us were chomping at the bit for this fight. It was very exciting build up about 5 weeks ago, and then unfortunately a day before the weigh-in, Conor had tested positive for COVID. It was unfortunate, but it's just a day in the life. It's the day and age that we live in now. So this is happening a lot more regularly. Although I was very frustrated and upset about the postponement, it happened. Everything happens for a reason, and I believe it kind of worked out. I mean, now although we were looking forward to fighting at a fight camp, now we're fighting in Leeds in front of close to 20,000. I'm excited. I've always dreamt about fighting over here overseas. Come from Chicago, obviously. It's a dream come true. Everyone's been very welcoming, very accepting. Now it's fight time, and ready to get this fight going this Saturday.
Obviously, we've had a few more weeks. It's pretty respectful, but there's a few things gone backwards and forwards between you two. Just two competitors that want to win and believe they're going to win on Saturday night.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's boxing talk, so I understand the confidence he's portrayed, and that's why I've kind of answered back and let him know, I'm obviously I'm not here to lay down either. I think it makes for an exciting fight. I think our styles are going to mesh well. It's like I told you on the phone, I think we got a classic in the making. I just say, may the best man win, and that God protects us both and we both come out safely.
Thank you, Adrian. Conor, seems like years ago, really, when you gave me that call to tell me the bad news. You took a week off or so. Thankfully, you weren't really affected by COVID. You went back in the gym. You kept it extremely professional. And now Mr. Granados is talking all the things you want to hear. You want a real fight on Saturday, and fans should be very excited about this one.
It's either going to be a ruck, it's either going to be a proper serious fight, or someone's getting laid out, and it ain't going to be me. And that's for sure. So I'm just work hard. I work so hard. Confidence is a luxury for the hard working. And people mistake my confidence for arrogance, but you lot ain't up with me running at 3 a.m. You lot ain't up with me getting up out of bed in my silk pyjamas. I had to. Sorry. I'm crushing it in the gym. So when I work as hard as I do, I have the right to be confident because I leave no stone unturned. I mean, look at the shape of me. And that's a testament to the 5 years hard work. That's a testament to my team working overtime. My strength and conditioning coach, my physio, my nutrition, Tony, my agent. It all plays a massive part. Teamwork makes the dream work, they say. So, and that's where we're at. All I have to do is focus on beating the geezer up in the other corner. And my team allows me to do just that. And I've done it now 18 times. 18 or 19. If it ain't, it's going to be 19. So, I work extremely hard. I'm very confident. Granados is a massive test. He's been in with the top boys. He's been in with the top dogs. And, you know, he thinks he's experienced and that he's tested at a higher level. What did Formella say? What did Vargas say? I mean, Vargas has just come off of fighting Virgil Ortiz, Amir Khan. Who's Conor Benn? What's Conor Benn? What, the hype? And if they don't want to believe the hype, well, then I'll make them believe the hype. And it's as simple as that. I work so hard to be denied, and that's that. That's where that ends. That's where that ends. It ain't been, you know, this training camp of hard work. It's been 5 years of hard work. I live this life. I love this life. This is what I do. I'm a fighter. And it's just the way I am. I mean, you've seen the change. You've seen the transformation. It ain't come overnight, and it ain't come easy.
I did see him get that beard surgery.
Time I give 100%, and I'm leaving it all in there Saturday night.
Is that the importance when we talk about hype, to not believe the hype? I know how hard you work. I know you don't believe the hype as well, but there is a lot of hype right now, and this is a proper fight.
I don't believe the hype whatsoever, not in the slightest. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be getting up doing my runs. I'd think I'm all that in a bag of chips. But I ain't. I don't rely on my power. I've watched Granados' fights against Bronco, Robert Easter, and he gave him one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. I want the best Granados, and I believe I'm going to get the best Granados. But, you know, create the hype, don't believe it. Simple as that.
He's been talking real saucy once he got that full beard.
Camp was special, but it's going to be pretty special on Saturday night in front of 20,000 people back in an open-air stadium in this kind of fight.
Do you know what? I've had so many people come up to me and go, it's going to be some reception, you know, it's going to be incredible. And I'm thinking they're going to top the O2 debut, you know. I just have a feeling about it, and I've had such a warm welcome here. So a massive shout out to their Leeds supporters. Thank you for such a warm welcome. I know we've got a job to do on Saturday, but after Saturday, I might join you lot in the pub and have a beer.
Well, we look forward to it. Cracking fight between Conor Benn and Adrian Granados. Another great fight on the card. The Undisputed Lightweight Women's World Championship between Katie Taylor and Jennifer Han. Jennifer Han, former world champion herself, the mandatory challenger for Katie Taylor's IBF world title. Jennifer, we'll start with you. Great to see you here. Seen your interviews as well. Obviously, respect for Katie Taylor, but a massive opportunity. You and your team here.
Why Katie always sound like she out of breath?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And Jennifer got crazy eyes. Beautiful women, though.
And I have traveled a long way, all the way from El Paso, Texas, USA, to be here to show the world what we have. I mean, I've worked my entire life for this kind of opportunity, and I'm excited to be here, and it's my time.
You've seen the rise of women's boxing. It's been incredible, particularly over the last couple of years. Now, many fighters have been responsible. Katie, I feel, was the principal of that. But when you were world champion, perhaps these kind of opportunities and these kind of stages didn't present themselves. And to get back into that mix and to win a fight like this, with the way women's boxing is right now, would be life-changing. Absolutely.
It's already been life-changing. I mean, we've worked hard. I've overcome many, many obstacles to get to this point. And I've never fought in this kind of a stage. So this is going to be amazing.
And for Katie, I'm sure you've watched All Action
Absolutely.
all the time, and you as well. It's going to be a tremendous fight.
Yes, yes. I do have a lot of respect for Katie. I've studied her, and it's time to shine on Saturday.
Thank you, Jennifer. Katie, back doing what you love, and your last couple of fights have been behind closed doors. We know that you have boxed, of course, in huge outdoor stadiums, Madison Square Garden, Barclays Centre, Philadelphia, Wembley, Millennium Stadium, and now in Leeds, which is a very important city for your family.
I was at two Katie Taylor fights. Ain't that crazy?
Unbelievable to be back fighting in front of so many people.
Yeah, it is. This is obviously the first fight in a long time where I've actually fought in front of a live crowd again, and the fact that it's here in Leeds. Some of my best memories as a kid is visiting the city, going to the Leeds United game in Ellen Road, and this city has obviously a special place in my heart. So never thought I'd actually have a chance to actually fight here. So I'm just so excited about it.
Unbelievable that you are a Leeds fan. It's not actually. I just want to confirm that it's not something I made up for a press conference.
A huge Leeds United fan.
Jennifer's a smaller
Obviously,
fighter.
this fight, tremendous fight for you as well. Owning all the belts that you do, you have to go through these mandatory challenges. Sometimes in boxing, you see a mandatory challenger that maybe many feel shouldn't be there, but Jennifer's been there. She's done it. Former world champion. This is a real test for you.
This is a huge fight for both of us, and I don't overlook anybody. I can't afford to get complacent on my fights. When you get complacent, that's when you actually start losing fights. This is I have prepared for this fight just like I prepare for any fight. I'm expecting a tough challenge on Saturday, and I'm prepared for that.
I don't need to ask you about your hunger and drive. I guess many people will be asking.
Jennifer Hahn is scary, bro. Imagine getting in an argument with her in a relationship.
And looking to put on a real performance on Saturday.
Yeah, I feel great. I know that I can't do this forever, but I still feel very, very fresh right now. I still have plenty more years left in the ring, and this training camp has gone great. I feel sharp and strong, and I can't wait to produce one of the best performances on Saturday night.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Jennifer. The Undisputed World Lightweight titles on the line. And we go to the main event of the evening. It was many months back now where we all witnessed an incredible shock. It was always felt a bit weird watching Josh Warrington walk out behind closed doors, and what we saw was a tremendous fight. I think we all talk about the upset, but we also should remember what a tremendous fight it was. Mauricio Lara was incredible. Josh Warrington showed so much bravery in that fight, would not give up, and now he gets the opportunity to put things right on Saturday night in front of 20,000 people at Headingley, back doing what he does best, where he does it best. And this is an absolute must-win for Josh Warrington and Mauricio Lara on Saturday night. Of course, Mauricio comes back and he believes he can win this fight after his performance last time out. And I think Josh Warrington deserves a huge amount of credit. You know, myself and Steve Wood talked about, you know, do you have a 10-rounder? Do you look somewhere else? And there was absolutely no other fight that Josh Warrington was taking than Mauricio Lara. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. It's going to be nail-biting. There's going to be so much tension. It's going to be so exciting. But it's also going to be a hell of a fight. Mauricio, we'll start with you. What a performance last time out. Not many people knew about Mauricio Lara, but now they do. And you seem very confident going into this rematch.
Sí, Mauricio.
I got Lara, by the way.
Que el rendimiento que hiciste la última vez que estuviste aquí, muchas personas no sabían mucho de ti, pero ahora sí que saben mucho de ti. Cuéntanos un poco de tus pensamientos acerca de la pelea.
Hola, buenas tardes. Espero que se encuentren bien y bueno, como lo he dicho, 13 de febrero quedó atrás. Ahora estoy muy enfocado en 4 de septiembre. Quiero dar un buen espectáculo. Me he preparado al 1000. Créame que había mucha gente que dudaba de mí y bueno, ya creo que sus dudas quedaron aparte y bueno, nada más vamos a reiterar lo que hice porque sorpresas no hay en la vida.
So yeah, first and foremost, hope everyone's well. We have to think now that the 13th of February is in the past, and now I'm completely 100% focused on putting on a good show on the 4th of September. I've prepared not 100%, 1,000%. Perhaps people didn't know me previously, but I'm sure they do now in certain areas, and there's going to be a repeat of what happened. There are no surprises in life.
There was no real anticipation or even bad blood in the first fight, but I've seen a couple of comments from you where you feel that Josh hasn't given you the credit for that victory. You seem to have a little bit of an edge about you in this fight.
Sí, en la primera pelea no hubo, digamos, malas palabras, pero mirando un poco las entrevistas que has hecho, veo que algunos de los comentarios piensas que Josh quizás no te diste el mérito de la victoria de eso. Cuéntanos un poco de esto.
Bueno, créame que eso fue lo que me dolió, a lo mejor que un gran campeón como lo era antes él, que no me diera mérito por lo que he hecho, pero bueno, ya espero con ansias 4 de septiembre para volver a hacerlo y vea que es cierto lo que he dicho, que no somos del mismo nivel y bueno, lo reiteraré y levantaré mi mano el 4 de septiembre.
So yeah, it really hurt me that a great champion such as him didn't give me the credit for my performance. But that's in the past now, and I really can't wait for Saturday to come along. And I'm going to show him, in his words, that we are definitely not on the same level, and I'll have my hand raised on Saturday.
I know you're very confident, but are you confident that you win this fight by knockout on Saturday?
Sé que tienes mucha confianza, pero ¿estás seguro que vas a ganar por knockout el sábado?
A eso me preparé y como lo dije, me preparé para 12 rondas, pero la pelea no llega a su final.
Yeah, that's what I've prepared for, but I've also prepared for the 12 rounds, but I can assure you that it won't go the distance.
Thank you, Mauricio. Josh, welcome back. This is doesn't get much bigger than this. You know, Headingley is something that we planned last year originally. The whole of the plans, the world, everything got turned upside down. But you are here in front of 20,000 people on Saturday at Headingley in a fight that everybody can't wait to see.
This tie is kind of triggering me.
Back in your city, doing it for your people in an absolute must-win fight on Saturday.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back, and it's nice everyone to turn up, and it's nice to see that there's going to be a big crowd on Saturday night. It feels normal. You know, this feels normal. This is what I got used to. I got used to this big stage. You know, ever since winning the world title, the big occasions. I've been looking forward to these for such a long time. Obviously, re-signing with yourself. We were talking about going and conquering the world together, hand in hand. You know, winning the Ring Magazine belt. We was going to go over to Vegas, New York, and just, you know, right off into the sunset. But obviously, a victim of pandemic. Sat out for 15 months, frustrating times. And obviously, what happened on February 13th. It was an hard lesson to take, but I looked to put that right on Saturday night. And, you know, this is where the next stage goes on. This is where the next chapter begins. You know, I've been about the game a long time, and I can't wait to redeem myself.
I've seen you training, I've seen the pictures. I mean, you look in absolutely tremendous shape, clearly in better shape than the first fight, physically and mentally, and in terms of the anticipation as well. Interesting comments from Mauricio. Lara, who feels like you didn't give him credit.
Yep.
Do you give him credit? You know, we talk about the pandemic, the inactivity as well. Bit of both, or you obviously you take this man very seriously as well.
Oh, I take him massively seriously. I think the first time he said that it's inferior in my eyes. There was no feeling there. I was looking straight through him. I didn't think that he could bring what he delivered, and that's my mistake. That's my mistake. That's me being too cocksure of myself. But I won't make that same mistake again. I have the fear factor about this one. He said some random comments about me slagging his dad off. I slag my own dad off. You know, I call him a wanker from time to time, but you know, I've had nothing. There's no personal animosity between me and Mauricio.
Yes, it was. You did that shit on purpose.
I feel like when AJ got his redemption against Andy Ruiz, it was done, forgot about, and that's going to be the same on Saturday night. Mauricio, he's come over with a bit of an entourage. He looks smart today, had a haircut, but once he's been done, it'll be massive. It'll give me a massive lesson in my career, but that will be it. We move on.
Yeah, we talk about that AJ victory. I know you shared a FaceTime with him and talked it through with him as well. A lot of similarities, both going into fights that they were expected to win, both losing in huge defeats as well. But both of you saying, no, I must have an immediate rematch, and you hope that the trend and similarities continue on Saturday.
100%. I mean, people have said to me, couldn't you have, even yourself and Steve, couldn't you have had a little time rounder and come back? But what am I to do? I'm a proud man, and it would have made my toes curly if I were to sit and watch somebody else, fight Mauricio Lara. I want to give me redemption. I feel that Mauricio is a great fighter, he's a strong fighter, but I feel I've been at an higher level for such a long time, and I've beaten fighters at such an higher level than what he is, and I think I'd be doing all them boys injustice as well. So, this is my second stadium fight. I like I say, I'm experienced, I've been around a while. On May 19th when I won the world title in the stadium fight, Mauricio was suffering his second loss. So it's a case of, I want to follow similar footsteps of what AJ's done, have it right, and then just continue the journey.
And finally, when you talk about that journey, of course, the dream is still Ring Magazines and the American fight, but obviously you have to win on Saturday. But this would be an incredible chapter to that story, to come back from what you came back, what happened to you on February the 13th, to put it right at Headingley would just be a massive moment for your career.
Oh, massively, 100%. I mean, I turned a few book deals down last year, and I think after February 13th, the publishers probably weren't asked about writing a book about Josh Warrington anymore. But after Saturday night, when we put it right, he'll add a few zeros onto that book deal. But just going back to normality, going back to a stadium, having the people there, having the crowd there, you know, they're my second wind, they're my adrenaline, they're my 12th man, they're my Mexican beef, you know, they're that little bit of advantage, and they're part of Josh Warrington's attributes, having them crowd behind me, so it's going to be special to walk out there and I will get redemption.
Good man. Well, there is so much on the line on Saturday night, on this table, and of course, the main event. Mauricio Lara rematching Josh Warrington in front of 20,000 people at Headingley Stadium, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world. Do not miss it. Don't forget the weigh-in tomorrow, the first weigh-in for a long time that's going to be open to the public. We'll see you there at 1 p.m. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now. Thank you so much for coming. We look forward to an unbelievable show on Saturday. Thank you.
So there we have it. Round of
All right, let's talk for a little minute. Maybe they're going to get the fighters to come down, do individual interviews. We'll hang around for those. So here's the card. It is going to be, let's go full screen. I guess you can say the main portion of the card is going to open up with Ebony Bridges versus this Mealy's Gangloff. Then it's going to be Conor Benn versus Adrian Granados. Katie Taylor versus Jennifer Hahn, and Mauricio Lara versus Josh Warrington 2. In my personal opinion, I think Mauricio Lara may pull out again. Yes, Josh Warrington fought, a bad fight, and you can see if you watch the last fight how, he was trying to stay in the pocket too long. But I don't know. This Mauricio Lara dude looking better, bro. And that was like an ass whipping in the last fight, so he is capable of doing it again. Conor Benn, Adrian Granados is a bit of a toss-up. Let's go take a look at Adrian Granados' record real quick, a little high. 21, 8-3 with 15 KOs. His last fight was in a majority decision draw. What card was this? What was that May the 1st card, excuse me? Figueroa, Abraham Ramos. Was this televised? Highly unlikely, probably, right? That was maybe PBC on Fox. Oh, wait, let's go to the face-offs. My bad. He did lose cleanly to Robert Easter back in 2019. He got stopped by Danny Garcia in 7. Danny Garcia was the only fighter to ever stop him. Sean Porter, he lost unanimous decision. I wasn't at the Fortuna fight. I think we had somebody at the Fortuna fight. That was a no decision because Fortuna was injured when he fell out of the ring. The Broner fight, didn't a lot of people feel that he won that Broner fight? I believe I did, looking back at it. Other significant names, Brad Solomon, Amir Imam, Felix Diaz, Carmen Citron. That was back in 2013 when Citron was, kind of still a little bit relevant. Frankie Gomez. He's been around for quite some time. How old is he? He's only 32 years old. Josh Warrington, 30-1 with 7 KOs. Stopped in 9 by Mauricio Lara. Sofiane Tukuch. Before that, Kid Galahad. I believe I had Kid Galahad winning that fight. Lee Selby, he won. I do believe I had him definitely beating Lee Selby. Now, let's go take a look at this Jennifer Hahn, who's fighting Katie Taylor. And it's crazy that she had a baby 6 months ago. However, 18-3-1 with just 1 KO. That's not uncommon in women's boxing for women not to have a lot of KOs. Her last fight was at 135. That was in 2020, the beginning of 2020, February. But primarily, she's a 126-pound fighter. Like she's a 126er, So she's the smaller fighter. Remember, Katie Taylor has fought as high as 140. She's now, of course, undisputed at 135 pounds. So I got Katie Taylor. Ebony Bridges, fighting this Mealy's gang loft. Ebony Bridges put a boot in Beck Connolly ass, but Beck Connolly had moved down in weight. Has to be pointed out. 5-2 with 2 KOs. There she is right here. Simp City. So Matchroom has been working Ebony Bridges back up. You know, actually building her up. Now, tomorrow, the weigh-in is going to be in Leeds and open to the public. So I expect a bunch of sympatry. And I expect she's going to have some shit on. But, you know, I'm kind of used to it. And I'm like, you know, I'm not over it. Don't get me wrong. Of course, we all like looking like, ooh, you know. But it's like, all right, we know what to expect. She's going to do that little butt twist thing she do. I mean, it's hot, you know, but it's like I'm a grown fucking 38 years old. That shit really don't faze me no more, you know? It's hot. Turn it up. See what they're talking about.
12-rounder is the second fight on the broadcast. Hughes and Giovanni Straffon, who I think have just come head-to-head. Did I miss that? I just saw Maxi walk off the stage there, or Straffon not ready?
It was the quickest head-to-head I've ever seen.
Oh, by the way, this Maxi dude was talking crazy shit. He called Giovanni a thief. And look at his fitted hat. It's no logo. That's like the equivalent of like wearing black Air Force Ones.
Against Katie Taylor, who really, I mean,
active a champion as you'll see in boxing today. Mandatory's coming out of her ears, and you see all the belts that Phil, our security guard, just handing over to her. The Ring Magazine.
I am definitely afraid of women with crazy eyes, yo.
This is a huge,
I do not like crazy eyes.
Huge opportunity for Jennifer Ham, but she's a massive underdog in this fight.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, lots of question marks surrounding Katie Taylor. Is she past it? She's had lots of hard fights of late. You know, are the best days behind her.
Imagine Jennifer Hahn calling you a
motherfucker. Still is.
Motherfucker.
For Han, this is a great opportunity, but I think this could be deer in the headlights.
I do not want to make her mad.
This is a really serious fight.
The pace she's going to set early.
Exactly. Yeah. Katie Taylor, you know 100% she's going to go all guns blazing. And for Han, it's going to be like, wow, what is going on
Surprisingly, Han looks like the bigger fighter, actually, from both on your screen and from our viewpoint at the back of the room here as well. That was not what we were expecting, but I don't think really size is going to be the defining characteristic of this fight. Of course, we'd love to see some of those fights. Chantel Cameron is an option. Amanda Serrano, who won last weekend, will she come up? What will that take to get her up? Because negotiations have broken down on that front a number of times before. Is it just going to be a financial issue that stands in the way of getting those two together? But for Katie Taylor at this point, is those kind of legacy fights that are, you're looking very tall all of a sudden. I look back and he's suddenly 6'3". I was like, blimey, that was interesting. So on the stage now, Conor Benn, Adrian Granados, WBA international title on the line, but I think that's by the by really. Granados has been a decent fringe world level operator for a number of years. He's that kind of gatekeeper if you want to step up and make.
I'm gonna tell the whole world. Did y'all know that Conor Benn's hair, his beard, was surgically inserted? It looks good for a surgical beard, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Very strong test. Yes, absolutely.
Like that same shit he got on his face, Floyd got on his head. They both went to the same person. Not even joking. That's the word on the curb.
Conor Benn, I think there's some gaps in the defence when he lets his shots go. He's not the fighter he was, but he is very tough, very durable, and will look to get Conor Benn into the late.
Floyd got his whole, Conor got his beard done. Floyd got his whole head and beard done. Motherfuckers is crazy.
Conor Benn carries that power. Yeah. You know, a lot of people say, is it Conor early or these experienced fighters later? I don't think that's the case. Conor Benn does carry that power right through. He doesn't lose it, it doesn't fade, and that's testament to his preparation.
Yeah, we set a high work rate against Formella, didn't he, all the way through to 10 rounds, so we're expecting fireworks between those two, and of course, this is our main event.
My man Mauricio sharp.
Firmly on the boxing mat with a huge win over that man.
That cut is fresh.
In February. What a shock it was for all of us to see the way that Josh Warrington just crumbled. He looked badly concussed as early as about the third or fourth round and just never really recovered, try as he might. And can he adjust? Can he adapt? Boxing is all about primarily adjustments, and he's going to have the fans behind him.
Beat up in his hometown.
In fact, on Saturday night, but Mauricio Lara knows he can put a dent in the man that looks into his eyes. And Darren, I guess you can tell a lot from staring into a fighter's eyes. And well, this is intense.
They're both pumped. They know how important this is. It gets no bigger. It really is, and there's the respect there, but they both know that this is
Nah,
this is
bro.
fight time. This is
I'm trying to be friends.
Over. It's the last time we'll get to say some words to each other, but this is it now. What a fight!
That was great. I don't know how much Lara understood of that. Probably none at all. But certainly, I think you can tell from Warrington's body language there is, as you say, respect there, but also intensity. And he knows what he's in with on Saturday night. Crikey, I mean, he's had some big nights, Josh Warrington, and he has not been a stranger to going into these big fights as the underdog. But he is, a big underdog in this fight.
Yeah, I would say so, just because of the manner in defeat last time. From that fourth round on, you could say he was battered. One thing you could, if you're a Josh Warrington fan or Josh himself, could take credit, or he can look back, and say, well, I was hurt from the fourth and I did survive till the ninth. Yeah. And he was buzzed and he wasn't right after that fourth round. So there's some positives that you can take away from that, but he's got to be smart.
He's got to stay away from that catch and counter left hook as well.
He's got to see him coming. He's got to move his head. He's just got to be a bit sharper with everything. And he's going to have to box to a very, very disciplined game plan.
Well, you heard Eddie Hearn mention there that tomorrow is going to be the first public weigh-in that we've had for quite some time. I couldn't tell you when. I'm going to say probably Brooke DeLuca or Quig Carroll were the last two before the thing in Manchester. So tomorrow, if you're in Leeds, 1 p.m. is the open weigh-in. Come along, make some noise, show your support for all of the fighters on the bill. 9 fights start Saturday night on DAZN before the bell around 5 o'clock, and then the broadcast on platform at 7 o'clock with Ebony Bridges. We have got some night to look forward to. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for your company, and we will see you at the weigh-in tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
So we're going to be here for the weigh-in tomorrow. It's probably going to be right now at the same time. Also, I think I'm going to go to the Herring versus Shakira fight because I was planning on going to a fight in New York, possibly Lopez versus Kambosos, but they got those vaccine mandates. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just don't want to get the needle yet. So the Herring versus Shakira fight is supposed to happen in Atlanta. And, I'll fly down there, for a day. Fuck it. Get the hell out of the house. I haven't been to a fight since, what was the last fight I've been to? Gary Russell, Nayambayar. Then I went to Gary Russell, Nayambayar, February 2020. And the month before, I was at J-Rock versus Jason Rosario. So it's time to get back out there, But anyway, we're going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to talk more about the fight. Later on today, I'm going to do a stream on the Oscar Valdez situation. Also, Streamlabs. If you don't know, today was supposed to be the WBO. What is it? The WBO purse bid for Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford, but it was pushed back until September the 14th, if it happens. The good news is, since both sides asked for an extension, that means they're working on something, or maybe, they asked for an extension because they're probably trying to, put money together or whatever. But all right, I'm getting up out of here. I'll see you guys.